55 years ago, the Zodiac killed at least 5 people, sent coded letters, and vanished. The case remains unsolved. Here's what we know. December 1968. The Bay Area. Nickfin has just won. 5 murders are about to begin. The killer was never caught. Every theory was challenged. What we do know is documented, verified, and on the record. Northern California, 1968. San Francisco embraces the counterculture. Nearby, Vallejo is a quiet working-class town. In Vallejo, teenagers gather at Lake Hummin Road, a quiet, dark road outside town where couples park at night. Everyone knows it, including whoever is watching them. December 20, 1968. Around 11 p.m., David Faraday and Betty Lou Jensen arrive at Lake Hummin Road on their first date. They park beside the reservoir. It's cold. They sit talking. Just after 11 p.m., another car pulls in behind them. I won't describe what happened that night. David died at the scene. Betty Lou died on the way to the hospital. Deputies arrive at 11:28 p.m. They find .22 caliber shell casings. No witnesses, no motive, nothing stolen, nothing personal. Just killed 2 teenagers on their first date in a place their parents thought was safe. Investigators spend weeks chasing leads. None pan out. The case goes cold, and Vallejo believes the nightmare is over. July 4, 1969, 6 months later, Blue Rock Springs Park, another dark, quiet lover's lane. Around midnight. In the car, Darlene Furin, 22, and Michael Mago, 19, sit talking after the 4th of July celebrations. A car pulls up behind them, leaves, then returns 10 minutes later. Parks right next to them. Again, I won't describe what happened next. Darlene and Michael were both shot. Michael survived. Darlene died on the way to the hospital. Around 12:40 a.m., Vallejo police receive a call from a nearby phone booth. A calm male voice. He calmly reports a double incident, claims responsibility for the previous year's case, then ends the call. That call changes everything. It links the 2 cases. Investigators now believe the same person was responsible. August 1, 1969. 3 Bay Area newspapers receive identical letters. Each envelope holds a letter and part of a cipher. The writer demands publication and includes details linking the earlier cases. The ciphers are published. Bay Area readers wake to a coded message sent directly to the public. On August 4, the Chronicle receives another letter, signed with the circle and cross symbol. Experts and amateurs try to solve the ciphers. A week later, Donald and Betty Harden solve most of them from their kitchen table. The decoded message claims a motive that reveals no identity. It ends without a real name. September 27, 1969. 2 months later, Lake Berryessa, Napa County. Saturday afternoon. Clear weather. Brian Hartnell, 20, and Cecilia Shefford, 22, spend a quiet afternoon by the lake shore, talking and relaxing. Around 3 p.m., Brian sees a man approaching in dark clothing, sunglasses, and a hood. A white patch on his chest bears a circle and cross symbol. I won't describe the attack. Brian survived. Cecilia died 2 days later. Brian became one of only 2 known survivors. Before leaving, he wrote the earlier case date on Brian's car door and signed it with the circle and cross symbol. He called police, reported the scene, and disappeared. A partial fingerprint never matched any suspect. 3 cases in 9 months, different victims, different methods, 1 signature, the symbol. Investigators realize the cases are connected. They're dealing with the same offender, and the case is still unfolding. October 1969, San Francisco. The next case unfolds in broad daylight, right in the heart of the city. Between Lake Berryessa and October 11, more letters arrive. The messages continue, drawing increasing public attention. The passenger gives Paul an address on Washington and Maple. Paul starts the meter and drives. I won't describe what happened next. This case is different. There are witnesses. 3 people see part of the incident. At 9:58 p.m., 3 teenagers see a man leave the cab and call police. For the first time, investigators have eyewitnesses. 9:58 p.m., 3 teenagers call SFPD. Officers reach the taxi just 90 seconds after the killer leaves.
Police seal the area and broadcast the suspect, white, stocky, in dark clothes, heading north. Around 10 p.m., officers Falk and Zelms pass the Zodiac on Jackson Street and keep walking.
The dispatch error is fixed within minutes, but the Zodiac has already vanished into the Presidio. The teenager's description leads to a composite sketch, one of the Zodiac case's most iconic pieces of evidence.
Investigators find the killer took part of Paul Stein's shirt, a chilling piece of evidence.
The letters keep coming. Every one is published, analyzed, and fuels more fear across the Bay Area. The Chronicle assigns reporter Paul Avery to the Zodiac case. He later receives a personal threat from the killer. November 8, 1969. The Zodiac sends the Chronicle a new, more complex cipher. It becomes known as the 340 cipher. Experts across the country try to solve it. No one can.
The 340 cipher becomes a legend. Books are written, new software is built, but it remains unsolved for decades.
The 340 cipher stays unsolved for 51 years. Its hidden message waits decades to be uncovered. He sends the Chronicle a 7-page letter, making a bold claim and requesting attorney Melvin Belli.
October 22, 1969. During a live TV interview with Melvin Belli, a caller claims to be the Zodiac.
The caller, calling himself Sam, never shows up. Investigators later conclude he was almost certainly not the Zodiac.
The Zodiac later rejects the TV caller in a letter and makes new threats. No further killings are confirmed.
After 1970, no more Zodiac killings are officially confirmed. The original 5 remain the only confirmed victims. August 1971. A phone call points investigators towards a former Vallejo schoolteacher.
October 1971. Investigators interview Arthur Lee Allen. Despite the tip, early evidence does not establish a direct link.
Handwriting becomes the biggest obstacle. Experts find no match between the suspect's writing and the Zodiac letters.
In 1991, Michael Mageau identifies Arthur Lee Allen. 22 years later, it changes nothing.
The main suspect dies in 1992. Later DNA testing finds no match currents, and the case stays open.
Robert Graysmith's Zodiac becomes a bestseller, bringing the case and its leading suspect theory to a wider audience.
Graysmith's books popularized the main suspect theory. The 2007 film Zodiac brings the case to millions.
The case stays open, no suspect is conclusively proven, and handwriting and DNA don't match. The 340 cipher is finally solved after 51 years by 3 volunteers using free software from home.
55 years later, the case remains unsolved. 5 confirmed victims, 2 unsolved ciphers, 0 convictions. The killer's identity remains unknown, but the 5 victims' names remain remembered 55 years later.